This Sunday, November 20th, is Transgender Day of Remembrance. This Transgender Day of Remembrance began in 1999 after Rita Hester, an activist, was killed due to transphobia, and there was a candlelight vigil to remember the lives of all of those lost due to transphobic violence. So since that time, around the world, November 20th has been a day of remembrance for those lost due to transphobic violence around the world, which since 2009 has been over 170 trans and gender nonconforming people lost to violence, including 32 in 2022 alone. In honor of this day, I wanted to read some words shared by Joanna Ware, who worked as an organizer and training coordinator at Keshet, which is an organization for LGBTQ inclusion and advocacy in Jewish life. So Joanna writes, "As Jews, we know all too well the cost of being marked as other. We know the collective pain of injustice and loss, and we know the necessity of marking and remembering that pain and mourning in order to move forward to a more just, whole world and partners in creating. All of us, trans and ally alike, deserve to thrive, to bring our fullest, most vibrant versions of ourselves into the world. Transphobia, the fear or hatred of trans and gender variant people, makes that impossible for many trans people, some by cutting words, cold shoulders, exclusion, discrimination, and sometimes by violence. This November, we take the time to remember the victims of transphobic violence that we have lost. We take the time to appreciate the support of community, friends, and families of origin and families of choice. We take time to remember what we are fighting against and who we are fighting for. We take time to grieve and time to affirm one another and ourselves in life." And so this Shabbat, we will read the names of those lost this year due to transphobic violence and say an honorary Kaddish for them, since there may have been no one to share in that mourning for their lives. As we mark Trans Day of Remembrance this year, let us commit to taking action to making the world a safer, more just, and inclusive place for trans, gender variant, and all people.